Dear gods, let this story stir the hearts of every listener. Let every valley and victory remind us that you are present through it all. This is the story of a young man named Joseph, the son of Jacob, a dreamer, a boy who saw glimpses of greatness before the world ever saw his worth. He was 17, favored by his father and clothed in a richly colored robe, a symbol of love and a source of resentment. His brothers hated him. He was their father's favorite, and he wasn't afraid to share his dreams where their sheaves of grain bowed to his, dreams where the sun, moon, and stars all honored him. These were no ordinary dreams. They were divine whispers of a destiny far beyond what Joseph could grasp. But envy twisted the hearts of his brothers until one day they could bear no more. When Joseph came searching for them in the fields, they saw him coming and plotted. "Here comes that dreamer," they hissed. They stripped him of his robe. They threw him into a dry, empty pit. And when a caravan passed by, they sold him for 20 pieces of silver, casting away their brother as if he were nothing. Joseph was taken to Egypt, far from home, far from the love of his father, far from everything he knew. But God was with him. In the house of Potiphar, Joseph worked as a servant, but he rose quickly, for the Lord blessed all that he did. Potiphar saw that blessing and placed him over everything he owned. Joseph's story might have stopped there, except another betrayal was waiting. Potiphar's wife watched him with desire. Day after day, she tempted him, but Joseph refused. "How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" he asked. One day, she grabbed him by his cloak as he fled. And in rejection, she lied. She accused him of assault. Potiphar believed her. Once again, Joseph's robe was stolen. Once again, he lost his position. And this time, he was thrown into prison. But even there, God was with him. In the darkness of a cell, Joseph found favor with the prison warden. He was given responsibility, trust, hope. And in that place, he met two men, Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker, each troubled by a dream. Joseph listened, and he interpreted. To the cupbearer, he said, "You will be restored in 3 days, but please remember me." But the cupbearer forgot. 2 years passed, silent years, forgotten years, but God had not forgotten Joseph. Then Pharaoh dreamed. Dreams no one could explain, and suddenly the cupbearer remembered. Joseph was summoned from the prison to the palace, cleaned, shaved, dressed, and brought before the most powerful man in Egypt. "I cannot interpret dreams," Joseph said, "but God can." He explained Pharaoh's dreams. 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. And with divine wisdom, he advised Pharaoh to prepare. Pharaoh was astonished. "Can we find anyone like this man, one in whom is the Spirit of God?" And just like that, Joseph became second in command, from prisoner to prince, from the pit to the palace. During the years of plenty, Joseph stored up grain. And when famine came, the whole world came to Egypt for food. Among them, his brothers. They did not recognize him, but Joseph knew them. They bowed just like the dream. He spoke harshly, testing their hearts. He accused them of spying. He demanded to see their youngest brother, Benjamin. And when they returned with him, Joseph wept. He planted silver in Benjamin's sack and accused him of theft. And this time, unlike years before, his brothers did not abandon him. They stood together. They begged. They offered their lives in exchange for Benjamin. Joseph broke. He sent everyone away and cried out, "I am Joseph. Is my father still alive?" His brothers were speechless, terrified. But Joseph drew near and embraced them. He did not punish them, he forgave them. What you meant for evil, God meant for good, to save many lives. Jacob came to Egypt. Father and son were reunited. The family was restored. And Joseph's dream, God's dream, was fulfilled. Years passed. Jacob died. Fear rose again in Joseph's brothers. "Now he'll repay us," they thought. But Joseph said, "Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." Joseph lived to see 3 generations of his family blessed in Egypt. And when his time came to die, he reminded them, "God will surely come to your aid."